The weapon I prefer to use in my home is a shotgun. For people unfamiliar with shotguns, I would recommend they use a 20 gauge shotgun. I prefer the use of a shotgun over a handgun in a home. No matter how tough you think you are, or how much you have practiced with your pistol, you will be nervous. People have invaded your home and intend on harming you. Therefore, there is a greater chance you would miss with your pistol than with a shotgun. Many people may be afraid of the recoil from a shotgun. In this instance, I would recommend you shoot from the hip. Policemen have told me they shoot from the hip, so if you practice a little, you can be a good shot from this position. I know some people use high-powered rifles for home defense. The AR-15 uses a .223 cartridge. I read a story once about a man who was cleaning his AR-15. He accidentally discharged the gun and the bullet went through all the walls in his house. It continued through all the walls of his neighbor's house and into the walls of the next house. Once inside that house, the bullet killed a woman sitting in her bed. There is a self-defense expert who carries a high-powered rifle wherever he goes. This person believes the .223 cartridge is inadequate and carries a more powerful rifle. My opinion is that it is irresponsible to discharge such powerful guns within urban areas. Silly me, I care how many innocent bystanders I may kill. There is also another very typical training technique I have noticed taught to people. This technique is to use a light to identify criminals in your house at night. The light is either a flashlight held in your hand or mounted on your gun. Many people also tout the use of a laser on their pistol. A person holds a pistol in his right hand and the flashlight in his left hand. The homeowner then shines a flashlight and points the gun toward the intruder. The homeowner then makes a statement to the intruder. I saw one website for a self-defense trainer. This person said, if you have an intruder in your house, do the following. While holding your gun and shining your flashlight at the intruder, say, "Leave now. I have called the police. I am armed and will defend myself." I believe long before you finish reading the statement to the intruder, he would have shot you. In fact, he probably would shoot you as soon as you started shining a light where he could see it. An intruder would not wait for you to read a long statement. These techniques are similar to those used by policemen, but I feel they are inappropriate for the homeowner. Once again, the policemen are operating under entirely different protocols than you should be operating under. Police officers are going from house to house. They have to identify intruders from the home's natural occupants before they shoot anybody. Once again, I like to remind you they are operating as a team. You do not have a trained team living in your house. You are the Lone Ranger without Tonto. You want to identify the intruder, however the use of lasers and flashlights will give away your position. They allow the intruder to see and fire at you before you identify him and fire at him. Let's assume the bad guy is in your house with a gun. In preparation of possible intruders in my house, I would have several precautions. I would place either night lights or directional lights in areas where people would enter the house. A directional light could be a light near the entrances of your house. They would point in the direction of someone as they enter. This would help you identify the person and may help you determine if they have a weapon. This could also help to blind the person as they enter your house. I would want to position myself in a predetermined location offering me a good field of fire. This would be a position where I could see whoever was coming into the house. These predetermined locations would have a good view of different entrances. It would also be at various points in the house. I usually wear dark clothes to sleep in. I would get in a dark area of the room. I do not want the intruder to see me when he enters the house. I only want to see the person. I do not believe reading statements to intruders is good for the homeowner. Racking around in the shotgun has been helpful to my repelling intruders. When they hear the round rack, they know I'm not bluffing. I'm a guy who means business. The act of racking around in your shotgun would not give away your position nearly so much as shining a light. I understand the FBI used to hold a flashlight in their left hand. They would hold it high and away above their head. My understanding was they would do this because they believed criminals would shoot at the flashlight. Not shining a flashlight or laser is even better. On hearing the racking of the shell in the shotgun, the intruder should leave the premises. You could call out something to the effect of, "Get the hell out of my house," if you felt that was useful under the circumstances. If I saw the intruder had a gun, I would start firing immediately. You could also see multiple intruders entering at once. Under that situation, I would fire without warning. If it was a single unarmed intruder, he should leave upon your warning of loading the shotgun. If he proceeded to advance, I would feel compelled to fire. Let me make it clear about the racking of the shotgun, but not firing. I would only not fire if I was sure he did not have a gun. If someone kicks down your back door with a gun in hand, that's an entirely different story. I would not have a whole lot of time to negotiate with such a person. I have heard some self-defense experts give students a laundry list of items to do when people are breaking in your home. This is ridiculous. Once I had an office in Vacaville, California. In the middle of the night, the police called to tell me that someone had broken into my office. They said come down there to meet them. When I arrived, I walked around with the policeman and noticed that every exterior door in the building was lying flat on the ground. Each door had a footprint on the center of the door. It was obvious the burglar walked up to each door and kicked it down. This probably took him a second to kick down each door. That is how fast someone could be in your house. You may only have time to grab your gun and start firing. A wife or girlfriend with you would be a benefit. The other person could call the police while you are covering the entrances to your house. If you are alone, then you may not have the leisure time to do anything else but grab your gun. You have to focus your attention solely on the intruder.